Hello, and welcome to another episode of My Travel Money TV. Today, I'm going to be talking about prepaid currency cards, what benefits they have over traditional forms of spending money while traveling on holiday, and what scenarios prepaid cards are best suited. So, the three traditional ways of spending money while you're abroad are cash, credit cards, and traveller's checks, as seen here. Now, although cash has the best exchange rates when ordering online, for security you may not want to carry large sums of cash abroad, as if stolen, there is no guarantee that you will ever be reimbursed for the theft, and definitely not while you're overseas on stay. So I wouldn't really recommend cash for that reason. Credit cards can be convenient, but often incur hidden fees which users are unaware of until they get their credit bill, and a nasty surprise, to be honest. There is also no guarantee that when used abroad, fraudulent individuals use your credit details to their own ends. Traveller's checks are still available, but have been seeing less use in recent years, as prepaid currency cards have become more convenient for replacement, as you do not need to find somewhere to exchange the traveller's checks to use your money. There are generally three different types of currency cards: Euro, Dollar, and Global. Now, some providers like Travelex supply other currency cards like Australian dollar and South African rand, which would give you better rates than the global currency card in those countries. One thing that you should avoid is using your prepaid currency card for a currency that it isn't intended for. This would incur a second exchange rate. A Euro card is loaded with euros and converted to euros when it is loaded. If you then use the credit card in Australia, those euros would then be converted to Australian dollars, and any exchange rates would be added again. If there is a possibility of this happening, it is worth having a Euro card and a global card, as you can get a card for free with an initial load of £10. That way, you're getting the best exchange rates while you're in Europe and in a Euro country, and still being able to use the global card if you, say, take a day trip to a country that doesn't actually use Euro. Exchange rates. So, as I have mentioned, converting your money online rather than at the airport or high street can give you the best exchange rates on your money. But I would not recommend this for large volumes, as security can be an issue. Other than that, prepaid currency cards have the next best exchange rates, with all the benefits not supported by cash. Now, the charges can sometimes seem confusing with currency cards. The exchange rates are very competitive, as I have mentioned, but some cards have hidden fees such as loading fees and purchase of the card. Now, these don't apply to all providers, and some fees for the cards are actually just starting balances that are then loaded onto the card, which you can then access. Most of the cards have an emptying fee of around £5 to move the unused money back into your bank account, but this is still better than if you came back with a load of cash that you then needed converting at often extortionate rates. Some cards have an ATM fee and fees for using your card within the UK, but others have minimal to no fees while using abroad. If I had to recommend a currency card, I would generally either recommend Caxton FX or FairFX. Trust me, I'm not trying to con you here. These are actually the card. This is the Caxton card that I've actually used. I'm just covering the serial code. And I was actually very happy with their service. So, what are the advantages? The card uses chip and PIN for security, and it is now accepted in a growing number of ATMs globally. I did have a small problem personally while I was in Israel that only newer ATMs would accept my card, but all shop retailers accepted the card, even a small souvenir shop in the middle of the desert. And during a holiday 4 years ago in Japan, I didn't have a single problem. The card is not directly linked to your bank account, so there is no risk of anyone accessing money you have not loaded onto the card. It's simple to load. Most prepaid currency cards give you 3 options to load your card, even while abroad. Reloading at the shop, which I've never actually had to do, reloading over the phone, or over the internet, which was my personal main way of loading my card. And it took less than 2 minutes, and I could easily view my balance at the same time. Something to think about. If the internet seems the best for you, and you know that you'll be reloading your card abroad, I would recommend taking your own device, say a phone or tablet, to access the Wi-Fi signals, which can be found everywhere globally nowadays. This way, you are not leaving any of your details on someone else's computer. This is peace of mind for the overcautious, which was definitely me. The card has no credit and there is no way to spend beyond your means. This is great for budgeting. So, my expert tips. Well, from personal experience, I found my card very easy to use while not having to worry about security. I would generally withdraw a considerable amount of cash from the ATM and use that for a prolonged period, purchasing more expensive items with the card itself. So, when is it best to use a currency card over cash? If you are a regular traveller to Europe or America, it is definitely more convenient to have the currency card over getting cash out for each trip. Any funds left on the card can be used for the next visit. If you are going for a prolonged stay abroad, when cash isn't really an option, prepaid cards are the perfect solution. I would always recommend the use of a global prepaid currency card if you are visiting multiple countries that use varying currencies, perfect for the explorer or gap year traveller. The last group I would recommend it to is the business traveller or business. It is more effective to load a currency card with the daily budget times the days the individual will be travelling. This way, there is no opportunity of overspending, and any balance left on the card can be used on the next trip to the same country. So, that's prepaid currency cards. If you have any questions about them, why not tweet them to us at MyTravelMoney.co.uk. We'd be happy to put your mind at ease. Have an amazing journey and see you soon. Bye.